Juan, we are about 20 days or so away from the start of the World Cup in Qatar.
Yep.
So we will be discussing the Mexican national team. El Tri.
Do we have to?
El Tri.
No quiero.
Come on. Jugamos como nunca, perdemos como siempre.
What about El Tri?
Infinite round of 16. So the preliminary squad is out. I believe it was close to 31. I think 31 players.
Yeah.
And
it's going to get cut down to 26 eventually.
Correct. So 5 will go home.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, it's for this World Cup, and I don't know if going forward it's going to be 26, whereas previous World Cups was 23. Yeah. Surprises. Well, the one we've discussed before, right?
Yeah, I mean we'll just get it started from the get-go. The Chicharito is left off of the squad as we thought as much, right?
Yep.
We're disappointed but not surprised. Would you agree with that?
Totally. And then sick ass Funes Mori gets called up.
Tata loves some Funes Mori.
And is it pride because he's also Argentinian? Is it? I think we discussed. I
think it's just like a sense of I'm gonna take this player who's at the tail, like he's a little past his prime, not producing over you because I don't want to take you.
Yeah.
And he's including Jimenez and Tecatito in there.
Tecatito's injured.
Tecatito's injured. His coach came out and said that he won't be match ready until December.
Yeah.
So he might even take him injured, and by the time he's ready to play, he's not going to be in form. They're not going to even be in the World Cup anymore.
Yeah. He's not. It just doesn't make sense.
Henry Martin ended the season red hot. Right. But he's also going to go almost a month without playing.
Yeah.
Other than, another
Chucky
in form.
So the players in Europe that are in form, Chucky, Gutierrez has actually been playing consistently now. He started off shaky, on and off to begin the season, but now he's kind of been like a solid starter for PSV the last month or so. And then obviously Alvarez.
Santi Jimenez has been coming on and off, starting and coming off as a sub. Another huge snub is, I think, Acevedo.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper from Santos.
Yes, definitely. We've discussed him before.
By the time the next World Cup comes around, he's going to be 30. Yeah. He's going to be 30 before he can potentially play his first World Cup. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think Memo is Memo, and and World Cup Memo turns it on no matter what.
Yeah. And these other options are not bad either.
No, they are and they aren't. But why are you taking what can a 40-year-old Talavera bring, and what can a 35-year-old Cota bring?
Right.
That an Acevedo can't bring.
Exactly.
Right. Or even like the goalkeeper from DC United, David Ochoa, or Magallon from Necaxa. Like it's why? Like I don't understand that. I think it shows me that Tata just is here for the World Cup. And that's it.
Yeah,
like he's not looking forward for the national team after the fact, right?
Yeah. Diego Lainez hasn't been playing out of nowhere. Yep. I believe he had gotten injured, slowly got back in, but then
just nothing.
Has been benched like for the last 4 or 5 games or something like that.
Guardado has been consistently playing still at 36. But he's not someone that
he's 36.
Yeah. He's not someone that you're gonna get all 4 games that they will most likely play fully, right?
Exactly.
Like he'll go to the World Cup to break the break the all-time cap record for Mexico, because he's, I believe, tied with Claudio Suarez. Yes, he's tied with Claudio Suarez, so he just needs 1 game to break that record of most capped Mexican player of all time. But Guardado can still bring you something so long as it's in a 2 holding midfield formation, which Tata doesn't play.
No, they play the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
They play the 4-3-3.
Hector Herrera hasn't played in almost 2 months now because Dynamo didn't even make it out of the didn't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know. listen, and I've sat here and said I could go on and on about. I keep cutting you off.
No, you're good.
I still fully believe that this Mexican national team is talented enough to get to the round of 16. But that's it. I mean, that's where the expectation should be. No matter who they beat in a given World Cup.
Yeah,
is a round of 16 always for Mexico.
I was looking into the Poland national team a little further after our last video that we did on the Mexican national team, but I'm starting to have my doubts more and more now. I know I already kind of had my doubts of Mexico getting out of the group stage, but because keep in mind, Poland has like Zielinski, I believe, who's with Napoli.
Yeah, he's going in, but so is that
Lewandowski, top striker in the world, even at his age. And then it's just, I don't know. I don't feel confident enough in this Mexican national team. It's just the frustration continues. We won't see a change until they miss out on a World Cup, or something drastic has to change for us to see better management of the national team and future success. But like you said, it's expected. It's unlikely to change anytime soon, but it's Mexico, man.
Yeah,
but yeah, Chicharito, I feel bad for you. Chicharito, if you're listening to this, another shout out. Chicharito.
Who do you think listens to us? First off.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think Funes Mori would be the one that I take out and just give Chicharito another World Cup, man.
And it's not going to happen, right? There's so many players. Yeah, it's done. What we see is what they're going to get.
Yeah.
Do you think someone like Marcelo Flores was a snub, or he's still unproven?
Still unproven, still young. Yeah. He needs more playing time at a top division.
Okay. I agree, for the record. I agree.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Tata, obviously, they'll crash. Mexico's going to crash out in the round of 16, very likely. I think possibly in the group stage. But Tata will likely be out after the World Cup. I mean, we've seen it before with other Mexican head coaches. Mm-hmm. Who's next?
That's a loaded question.
Who's lined up preliminarily?
I don't even know if that's a word.
Anyway. Who's possible?
Yeah,
who? I mean, do you see like a Nacho Ambriz or
Nacho Ambriz could be is a good shout. I still think it's so disrespectful
still there.
Not to include. I think Piojo might be in there. I think it's disrespectful not to include mi profe Diego Coca.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
who just left Atlas after back-to-back championships. Who knows the Mexican league well? Mm-hmm. Who's played and now been successful in coaching there.
Who's the Pachuca manager?
That's who I was looking up. Almada. Guillermo Almada, who took Santos to, I believe, a few liguillas.
Yeah.
And is now have back-to-back finals now with Pachuca with a championship in there. Who clearly believes in the Pachuca philosophy of using the youth
and
the cantera,
good young talent. Typically.
So he would be my first choice, right? But I mean, my first choice will always and forever be Tuca. But I think that ship has sailed a long time ago.
I think that ship has sailed. If he were to, his prime years as a coach were like 10. Maybe even 5 years ago.
5 years ago, give or take. Yeah, no, I agree. And it's a shame because he was such a great coach, and I feel like he would have been great for the Mexican national team.